So let's begin with my first idea. My idea for my final major project is to create an hour-long radio show based around musicals. The current working title is The Hour of Musicals. The radio show will consist of multiple different segments that revolve around musicals, and these will follow the lines of game shows about musicals or interviews. Throughout this radio show, there will be different songs played from multiple different musicals throughout. These will be sorted in between different segments. In addition to this, there will be some segments that are recorded in video format to create some online content. I believe that I already am able to do this because the audio skills that I already have. I've gained these skills through multiple different experiences throughout my life so far. Examples of the places I picked these up are the Level 2 Media course, the podcast work I've done this year, and also the work that I've done outside in my spare time. As well as this, I believe that I can do the recorded segments through video because of my already existing knowledge of film and editing. Next slide. My inspiration. I've been inspired to create this product. The main inspiration that I've had for this is a radio show itself. I'm taking the theme of Radio 2's Elaine Page on Sunday show. This is a show that also looks at the greatest hits of musicals and then also gives listeners stage and screen news. Following this, my inspiration for having some recorded segments is Radio 1's online content. This is produced them putting their own content from their own shows onto their online social media platforms. This helps them engage with a younger audience, which is what I'm trying to do. Next one. Examples of work. All this here is work that I'm kind of taking inspiration from. Here we've got the Elaine Page show, Elaine Page or something, that's linked to BBC Sounds. If I move over to this one here, we've got all of the online Radio 1 content, or examples of it. For example, like this one, this is a game show they did called Sit Down, Stand Up, where they had Anton Neckham, Lee Coulson. Pretty good. And this is something that I'm trying to replicate.
It's Italian, isn't it?
Moving on from that. What will I research? Now, behind me, you see different types of examples. No, that was the last page. But these are examples of what I will research inside my final major project. Now, this is the most important part. I've made a list of the more things I'll research in my project. We'll start with number 1. I'll research what creates an effective and successful radio show. Number 2, I will need to research the codes and conventions of a radio show. Number 3, I will do a full detailed analysis of Elaine Page on Sunday. Number 4, I will look at Radio 1's online content and evaluate it. Number 5, I'll create a list of codes and conventions of online content. Number 6, I will research the target audience by giving them a questionnaire to tell me what they want to be included in a radio show that revolves around musicals. Number 7, I'll experiment with different formats and see what the target audience likes. And number 8, I'll gain feedback throughout this process. So, that's what I'll research. We'll move on to the final slide. Week 1 and 2. So, on this slide, I've created a plan of what I'm going to conduct in the creation of my final major project. I'll start off with week 1 and 2. So, week 1 and 2 says, I will conduct research for the project by using the internet, existing products, questionnaires, and a target audience. All the research that I'm going to be doing was mentioned on the previous slide, so I don't need to go over that again. Let's move over to week 3. I will start creating and planning the radio show. I will of course create a short example to send to the target audience to get feedback. So I'll do this by creating things like a content plan, running all the scripts to prepare for my radio show, and also get the feedback from the target audience. From here, I'll develop my ideas with my audience's contribution. Let's move over to week 4 and 5. So, record and edit the jingle, interview segments, and prepare for everything for the show, and then conduct the radio show. So, this is the most important period of time in creating my final major project, due to it being the main production side. And finally, I'll move on to week 6 and 7. So this one says get full feedback on the radio show, split up between 10 people, then record, then get evaluated. So yeah, I'll be doing this like by cutting up the product into 10 different, like it's going to be an hour radio show, so split it up into 10 different minutes. And then send it to multiple people in the already existing target audience that I've already asked the questions for. I'll include this by making an evaluation for my fan merge project. We'll move on to the next slide, which will teach you through what I'm doing. So, this week 1, I'm going to do the pitch, script, the pitch and script, which is what I'm doing right now. Then I've got to make a proposal. The proposal is something that's just going to tell me, what the product's about. After that, I'll start conducting my research. My radio show research will start off first. I'll research about radio shows, what makes a successful radio show, and then I'll move on to codes and features by making a list of them. I'll follow that by creatively doing a radio show analysis. My plan is to do a radio show analysis on the Elaine Payne show on Radio 2 since it follows the same format. Then, moving on to week 2, a Radio 1 online analysis. I'll look at some Radio 1 online content and then evaluate it. Then, I'll create an online content codes and conventions list. Following that, I'll make a target audience form, send out to my target audience to find out what they want in the radio show. Then, there'll be experiments. I'll make test jingles, test segments to send out again to the target audience so they can give me even more feedback, and we'll sort it out. Let's move over to week 3, shall we? Week 3. I'll actually get into the thick of it now. I do to make a risk assessment for the recording studio. Then I go to make my production schedule, which tells me what I'll be doing with the production, when I'll be doing it, when I'll be editing the stuff. That'll be all good. Then I'll make a concept plan. I'll list out all the content that I need to make. Following that, I'll create a running order, which lists out everything that's going to go on inside my radio show. And then following on from that, I'm going to make a script. The script is for the introduction, anything like that. And then I'll do preparation of music and sound effects. That will make it so I can prepare the music and also sound effects that will be in throughout the show. Moving on, week 4, I will create the jingle. That's recording and editing the jingle, followed by recording the segments, video and audio, may I add, and editing segments, of course. Then I'll move over to week 5. I will prepare for the radio show and then conduct the radio show. Then I'll move over to this side. Following that, I'll get some audience feedback on the show and then evaluate the final product.